Let's go next to David from Philadelphia. David from Philadelphia, welcome, sir. What is on your mind today?
How you doing, David? I'm a longtime listener, big
Thank
fan.
you. Great to hear from you.
I think you're better than pretty much every other podcaster. I think the Young Turks they're on a pedestal too much. You're very pragmatic, which is why I listen to you.
I appreciate all compliments.
Okay, so something I want to bring up because it does strike. It's a little bit personal. I grew up with parents a mother and a stepfather who became MAGA. But you were talking about how Jim Breuer would put on that crappy comedy routine, and everybody's laughing hysterically just because he's making jokes at the expense of who they don't like. Yes. I don't think they really find it funny.
Oh, really? So let me just make sure, before you give me your commentary, what David's referring to is, we've played these clips from the Reawaken America tour. It's like a right-wing religious anti-vax. It's almost like a revival type thing. They do it in a circus tent sometimes, or a church tent. And Jim Breuer does these routines where he jokes, he like walks around what he pretends to be like a parakeet or something, I don't know. And he makes stupid faces. And in the most recent one, he fell down on the ground, kind of mocking Damar Hamlin. And the idea that Damar Hamlin actually suffered a cardiac arrest from the COVID vaccine. And one of the things I commented on, as David is pointing out, is people in the audience are laughing hysterically like they've never seen, a comedy movie. Like somehow this is funny to them. They must be incredibly sheltered. You're saying, David, they don't really find it funny. They're pretending.
I think they are trying to laugh at it. They're forcing the laughter out of themselves. And I'll explain why. This is why I brought up my parents. I'll try to make this anecdote as short as possible.
Okay.
Me and my mom, back when we were closer, we watched this TV show called Supernatural.
Okay.
The two brothers who go, travel across the country, killing demons and ghosts and all this stuff. One of the main characters, he had to, con a bunch of demons or lie to him or something. And the other main character is like, well, why are you going to lie to him? And then the main character says, well, that's how you become president. And this was during when Obama was president. So this gets a laugh out of my mother.
Yep.
Just because she thinks it's making fun of Obama.
Right.
Then the next week, this same main character, he gets transported into a future where everything is apocalyptic. And then you see on the newspapers, President Sarah Palin. My mother is completely silent. And there's other anecdotes like this, but this is the one that sticks out in my head the most. They don't really think the stuff's funny. They just want to, they want to laugh.
They see themselves as being team players by laughing at the stuff that for political reasons they think they're supposed to be laughing at.
Correct.
Gotcha. It's a perfectly plausible hypothesis.
Yeah. But I've noticed you've had two videos about Jim Breuer doing that stupid bad comedy, as well as Gutfeld. You're saying like, this is what these right wingers find funny. And
you're actually making me think. I actually wouldn't be surprised if to some degree, a lot of these right wingers don't actually understand comedy and satire at all, whether it's left or right wing. And they're really just taking social cues where they are aware that Brewer's a comedian and they are sort of like in the idea, this is supposed to be funny, but they don't get his comedy and they wouldn't get Chris Rock's comedy either. They just don't get comedy and they're just laughing based on the social expectations that they identify.
No, I think, that actually reminds me of what you were showing me from Breuer. It's like, you hear the obnoxious voices he's making, and you know that this is supposed to be the funny part. And I think, like, they know that his obnoxious voices, they're supposed to laugh at that.
Yeah.
So they laugh even harder because it's
they know that that's what's sometimes when you're supposed to clap, and so you can know when you're supposed to laugh too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, interesting.
Like,
I think there's a lot to what you're saying, quite frankly.
Thank you.
All right, David from Philadelphia, thank you very much for the call. I appreciate it. Let's go to Logan from Seattle. Logan, welcome to the program. Logan from Seattle. And last chance for Logan from Seattle. Welcome to the program. No, Logan, that is really too bad. And that was going to have to be a short call anyway, because I'm at the end of our time for today. We will take calls again. I appreciate everybody that I was able to speak to today. We'll take a quick break and continue with the Friday show right after this.